Good morning. It's Monday, December 4th, and that means two things. One, I worry about repeating myself, like maybe more often as a worry than I should. And it's also time for the lighting industry news brief brought to you by Keystone Technology and their XFit area lights with optic swap. So what this comes with is 3 different lenses that you can switch between without tools, plus all the other things you normally get in a Keystone box. That's right, your mounting options, your photo cells, your driver's already in there, easy to stock, easy to install, easy to keep your customers happy. That's KeystoneTech.com. The link to the product is in the description, and I would like it if you clicked it, because that's good. Into the news, Signify has done a major reorganization, or at least announced it, with layoffs across all non-manufacturing sectors of the company in the hopes of saving 200 million euros a year. They claim those savings will find their way to you, but we'll see how that goes in the future. Energy Star has completed their downlight specification. This will come into effect on the 1st of 2025 as the general luminaire spec comes off of effect. The LIT Design Awards named their winners with products, designers, usually, the usual categories you'd see in these getting recognized. But there was a special award presented to Dark Sky International for their role in design. White House has formed a supply chain council with 30 action items planned to be addressed by them. Signify is also opening a new distribution center in Calgary, Alberta. They cut the ribbon on a 75,000 square foot warehouse last week. Holders Tech PLC will be delisted from the London Stock Exchange as the owners do a big stock buyback. USPS is closing their South Charleston processing center, and that could lead to shipping disruptions. 28 states currently have contingency bills to end daylight saving time if a Senate bill passes. That's the federal Senate. We'll see how that goes. Wiseway has bought Lighting One. They're a supply group. This is them buying an Ohio showroom, the first of their showrooms in Ohio. Sales are up at Glamox, with revenues up 12% in Q3. And Mir is entering a bigger world. Mir normally makes entertainment lighting, stage stuff, spotlights, but they will be moving into education, retail, and corporate lighting solutions. We have a recall notice. Home Decorators Collection, 77.5-foot Grand Duchess balsam fir tree. The tree is pre-lit with 5,000 LEDs, and that means the power supply sometimes overheats, which is worrisome. Nominations are open for the Women in Leadership Awards presented by the American Lighting Association. Deadline's the 1st of March. Michigan Chandelier is celebrating 110 years. They're a 4-showroom chain with more than 960,000 hours of operation. Signify has achieved an EcoVadis Platinum rating. That's for the 4th consecutive year. The Consumer Product Safety Commission has finalized their coin and button cell battery rule for new safety regulations that hope to avert choking incidents. And the IEA has said that we need to get faster on net zero, saying that targets aren't tight enough to achieve, what they feel is important. In legal news, a court has denied a motion to dismiss Dialight versus Sanmina, but they have granted Sanmina's accounts receivable claim. Liberty is suing Acuity and Illuminations Inc. over breach of contract and other grievances. And Deco Partners has contested their asset sale as part of the Chapter 11 proceedings. Deco's partners are concerned that other partners may have done some self-dealing. In events and webinars, Leducation is ready for registration. Lightspec West has set a date. Allen 25 is actually set for Ireland, so Westport will be hosting that particular event. And on the 7th, there's a webinar on cross-disciplinary lighting innovations. In IoT news, the PIRG has petitioned the FTC to expand the right to repair in electronics. Johnson Controls has set up a new HQ in Glendale, Wisconsin. We have a deadline extension for the Dolly Lighting Awards. You now have until the 20th. Agilix is moving to a new HQ with 102,000 square foot spaces in Lenexa. IKEA is entering the smart home market with new sensors. GRE Alpha has partnered with Amplify for power supplies and controls. Glamox has created a new IoT executive position. This chief digital officer role will be filled by Terja Loken. The University of Texas Health Building, they have a big tree out front, and lighting on it was stopped by a cyber attack. This was a larger ransomware attack on the health facility, but it did hit their seasonal decorative lighting as well, and they had to postpone the ceremony. In R&D, we have AI Shade Controls creating a new dynamic shading program inspired by paintings and should improve occupant comfort. Dairy cows perform better with daylight. If they get more than 16 hours at more than 150 lux, they not only grow faster, they produce more milk. 30% of traffic accidents are related to lighting. This is a new study from Fesviel and LumiLEDs. In darkness-related news, illuminated bridges are blocking fish migrations. An EU directorate has published new light pollution mitigation guidelines. Allen is posing a general hazard to freshwater habitats. Apple products are beginning to track user daylight exposure, so you can keep track of how much daylight you're getting. SpaceX rocket boosters keep creating these red glows in the ionosphere as they deorbit, and that's worrisome to some people. It's probably bad. Cannabis might be a better sleep aid than other options. Daylight saving time causes a spike in searches for insomnia and Xanax. We have an online petition for a light pollution reduction day. We have conservationists reiterating concerns about lighting on the US-Mexico border with the new infrastructure going active soon. LA, Nevada residents are raising concerns over light pollution over a proposed pumped storage power plant. Fairfax County has passed a new lighting bylaw near their new observatory. You can now spend the night at an Arizona observatory as though it were a hotel. Washington, D.C.'s seasonal lighting is the brightest in the U.S. Routledge has published a book of a collection of papers, Dark Skies, Places, Practices, and Communities, under open access. That's right, you can just download it. It's a $200 hardcover, but the ebook's free. Ain't that nice? Dark Sky International is asking for cookbook submissions. St. Johns County, Florida has had a record year for turtles. Guelph, Ontario is proposing a new light pollution bylaw. Northampton, Massachusetts, also doing that. And residents of Wasatch County are suing over an LDS temple approval. In horticultural news, Acuity has bought Current's horticulture brands, and supplemental lighting does improve growth of the Calibrachoa plant. CBS Sports will be airing an electrical competition. The Ideal Championship will be building a smart outdoor oasis, and that will air on December 8th. And we say the era of peak TV is over. In recommended reading, all this on nailed.org, we have The Meaning of the Stars. An AI wrote this thing about rebate programs. The next trend in lighting is circularity. That's recycling and rebuilding and repurposing, not round luminaires. We have a case study in a music showroom. We have daylight harvesting controls, deciphering circadian rhythms. Smart street lighting is a foot in the door of smart cities. Big data for indoor farms. Don't make these design mistakes. What it's like to retrofit an aerospace manufacturer, and choosing between Zigbee or LoRa. In local news, we have new incentives for 4 California counties. We have Stevens Institute audits lighting for security. We have Nebraska considering pedestrian and cyclist safety for the first time ever. Hamilton, Ontario had kept highway safety report secret, which caused more accidents. Santa Fe, California is switching to LED. 5 schools in Salt Lake City are suffering copper thefts. And Connecticut schools will be balancing sports lighting needs across the whole district. In international news, Zedwell's third windowless hotel is opening in London. Strasbourg, Austria is planning a major retrofit project in city-owned buildings. Himoinsa is opening a lighting tower factory in Spain. Empty mansions near Lake Uvalde have generated more than $3,000 in unpaid debts for lighting bills. Orleans, France will be switching to LED on the streets. And the Mexican Home Office law includes lighting responsibilities, meaning that if you have a work-from-home or hybrid position, the owner of the company is responsible for your home office lighting, should you need it. In People News, Paul Tauraccioni is joining Edison Report as a consultant. Francois Anquetil is retiring from Sonpar, with George McLean to succeed. Mark McClear will be new CEO at Kasambi. Bruce Candana Beluche Candana has hired Justin Agritu as VP of Sales and Marketing. Carrie Coles is the Director of Membership at the LA. James Smith is now the President at Power Secure. Dr. Raphael Keisel will be running RE Lighting. And we have a big recap of personnel changes from inside. Things you can make. We have an LED ring. You can paint white LED string lights for better festive colors. We have blinking lights for con badges, a clock to monitor energy use, converting a Bluetooth sensor to Zigbee, hacking a tea light for the right kind of flicker, DIY nanoleaf hexalights, and in the UK we have seen lunar halos spotted. This is ice crystal refraction phenomena, and it looks darn cool. Until next time, I've been Scott Walker. Thank you for listening. Thank you to our sponsors. Enjoy your week. Enjoy the music.
Calm down. You can't avoid you. Around the flesh in your white teeth. Did you see the jawline on me? On my spots in the Yucatan. Took them off for some other man. Little boutique full of white beach sand. Under the smile I've smiled while I rattle the can. Slip it out, your immaculate skin. Cause infinity's a hotel pool on the edge of a cliff. Sipping caipirinhas like your master can't go by 7,000 south. Now bring it to your mouth. Hold it for the picture, then you spit the liquor out. The whole thing's only good if someone feels bad. It's hard to tell if we're just wasting time, but it's you and me, babe. Siempre. Don't go letting the grudge around it. With just a bubble that seems on a rusty food chain. Don't you even worry, you're a sweet little lamb, brain not a butter. It's hard to tell if we're just wasting time.